Mountain God needs no donations, only worship please. Chapter 47. Fan Fiction by Azazyel. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for listening and patreon.com/Azazyel to read all of his stories. Having my chance at looting my silver-haired maid ruined. I was to say the least not at all fucking happy that the Lunarians or moon nobility wanted to throw a hissy fit and attack the mortal portion of the earth. Like it wasn't even humans who were using technology and magic to make moon bases and claim territory there. So why the fuck were they attacking the priorly mundane human cities? With no damned answer coming to me in the wake of beams of lunar light destroying cites, I decided that time was of the essence. So what did I decide to do as I stood atop my cathedral and eyed the huge silver moon that had drifted closer to the earth? I did what any reasonable god did when my entertainment was being fucked with. I smote it with excessive violence. The air above my cathedral screamed as it was annihilated as EA was summoned into my hand, and I could feel its nascent will screaming in utter fulfillment beyond anything a mortal could understand as it roared to life. As today I was going to ravage the heavens and separate the very earth from the chains that bound it. Stars were born in the air of my mountain and below my feet as I hovered off the ground by EA's will, with my eyes closing as I rose to be surrounded by a field of stars and astral phenomena. As I opened my senses, I could feel the earth behind me, and in front of me was a silver moon that represented the heavens as EA's rampaging energies screamed with purpose. I limply raised my arm till it was above my head as I spoke. Let this day be a day in which the world ends. Let this day be the start of a new era for Earth, and let heaven's astral clouds be scattered along with the beings above us that believe themselves to be our betters. I spoke, and my words were spoken to every human and half-human with system access as I spoke one final time. Let those beings cry tears of ashes. EA. I whispered as with iron-filled purpose I swung EA down on the moon, and cataclysmic pure annihilation blasted from my mountain with the energy going through the same energy channels that the lunar ray beams used to smash into Earth. And thus, following the lunar rays' attacks that moved at the speed of light, it took EA's beam of profound power merely a split and a half second from it to leave from Earth and violently explode once it collided with the moon. Even as I gently landed upon the roof of my cathedral, I blankly stared up at the moon that had a prominent massive hole that got cored through its entire form, with the walls of the hole visibly glowing red even to the people on Earth looking up at it with the naked eye. That stopped the orbital bombardment, I said flatly, trying to convince myself I didn't go overboard. But as I saw the meteors coming down to the earth from the attack I sent at the moon, I just quietly went back into my cathedral and quietly sat on my throne. You know that moment you go to mow the grass and you accidentally have the mower setting at the lowest level? So you all but end up scalping the grass that is going to be cooked under the merciless sun, and you realize you're fuck up. And just sit in silence as you try to convince yourself that it's perfectly fine and that it was actually a good thing because you wouldn't need to mow the grass as soon. I could already feel beings touching upon the barrier of my realm, and what I didn't expect to see more than anything happened. As out of nowhere in the middle of the island nation of Gensokyo, a gap portal opened with Ran and Yukari coming out of the portal and flying towards my cathedral, along with many more individuals around Gensokyo coming to see what had happened, as I was obviously at the center of things. As a familiar signature blurred beside me with her time-skipping eye, Riley smiled as I spoke softly. Sakuya, please ready the large meeting room, we have guests that Tenma will be meeting outside. And to my order, Sakuya only nodded like the dutiful maid she was, and with another flicker of movement, she time-skipped away while I more leisurely got to my feet. And then slowly made my way to the main meeting room. Quite literally dragging my feet every step of the way.